Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and today we are checking out 2 more episodes of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Today we are starting the final season of Star Trek Deep Space Nine with episode 1 of season 7, Image in the Sand, and then episode 2 of season 7, Shadows and Symbols. I'm so excited for this final season. I have no idea what to expect. We ended last season on such a downer. Dax, or I guess I should say Jadzia, is dead. The Dax symbiote was managed to be saved by Bashir, so thank God Bashir for that, but Jadzia is dead, and I wonder how that is going to affect our characters moving into season 7. On top of that, Sisko feels like he has failed, and he has fled to Earth, and he's trying to figure out, I guess, himself at the moment, and will he come back, or I guess I should say, when will he come back? How will he come back? There's so many questions that need to be answered. What's going to happen with the Dominion War? And how is this show going to end? So many things that I want answered that I'm so excited to see going into this season. And if you want to see some more Star Trek Deep Space Nine reactions, you can head to my Patreon, where I am 3 weeks ahead of YouTube, which means not only can you check out next week's episodes 3 and 4 after Image and Take Me Out to the Holosuite, but you can also check out episodes 5, 6, 7, and 8 all on Patreon right now. That means you can check out After Image, Take Me Out to the Holosuite, Chrysalis, I think is how you say the name, Treachery, Faith, and the Great River, Once More, Unto the Breach, and the Siege of AR-558, all on Patreon right now for your viewing pleasure. Okay, let's get into the very first episode, the season 7 premiere of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and the last premiere of my reaction to this series. That's really sad to say. This is my last premiere reaction to Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Anyways, I hope you enjoy my reaction. Let's get into season 7 to episode 1, Image in the Sand. Yeah, this battle was so cool, you know? Oh, and I forgot, Dukat killed her, right? So, what are the repercussions of that as well? And the wormhole is gone. What's going on? Everyone praying for the wormhole to come back.
Colonel?
I wish you'd stop doing that.
Doing what?
Colonel Kira now.
Ross, or should I say Bill, arrived yet?
She has new hair
The
too.
admiralship is doing
Longer hair.
a job. No, I'm serious. Sitting in the captain's chair, having that kind of responsibility, it focuses you.
Well, I'll take...
She understands Sisko's role now.
How long have they been there?
Do I like her hair? I'm still trying to decide.
Or when the cult of the Pa race used to be a joke. Now those red armbands are appearing all over page art. It's like everyone...
Oh, interesting. A cult of the Pa-wraiths.
If you like, I can charge them with loitering and have them removed from the station.
Ah, what good would that? I keep thinking if the emissary were here.
But he's not.
Did you turn into an optimist?
Must have been that day in front of Quark's when we kissed for the first time.
Yeah, let's go. That changed Dodo.
Is that the reason you joined Starfleet, Ensign? To be safe?
I didn't mean that the way it sounded, sir.
In war,
Look at him, actually at the front of the Defiant.
Sir.
invasion of Cardassia has ground to a halt while our casualties continue to mount.
Okay, so they stopped the invasion.
I think I'm afraid to fight.
Relax. Don't take it so personally. Worf is just going through a bad time at the moment.
I think he needs to...
Yeah, Jadzia died.
We'll be happy and the rest of us will be miserable.
It's not that I'm afraid to fight. I just don't want to die.
That's a perfectly rational fear.
My Ensign. So do I.
I like all this missing of Captain Sisko. I really like that sentiment.
I think table 5 is ready.
I didn't know Sisko could play the piano.
Best we leave him alone.
We've left him alone for the past 3 months.
Yeah, let's talk to him now. Whoa! The baseball is the prophet. Oh my days. Oh my days. Oh my days.
Dan covered a face. The face of a woman.
Yeah, but who was that woman?
Now I know why I came back here, Jake. I have to find her.
Okay, let's find her.
I have to.
Maybe she'll be in the restaurant. I wonder where Cassidy Yates is in all this as well. But this is interesting. So Sisko's on this like woman's scavenger hunt, and then Worf is grieving. Everyone's kind of grieving at the moment on the station. So this is an interesting setup for season 7. Feels a little bleak, but a slight tinge of hope from Odo. Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Sorry, I was kind of mid-yawn when I started singing. But yeah, I think it's going to be a fun episode. I also have like a slight cold at the moment, so sorry if my voice is a little weird or if I sneeze or cough a little bit during this reaction. Slightly sick, but I'm hoping Star Trek is the best medicine. Wait a second. I saw someone else's name as Dax. We're getting a new Dax. We're getting a new person with the Dax symbiote, and they're obviously going to star in the show because they were just here. Oh man, that'll be interesting.
Colonel, I really don't see anything for you to be concerned about. I've met Senator Kretek and found her to be...
And Wei-Yun is here.
For a Romulan.
Kretek's a strong supporter of the Alliance.
And Damar.
I would still think twice before allowing them to establish a military presence here on the station.
Oh, let the Romulans on the station.
Let's get one thing straight, Colonel. I came here as a courtesy.
Vic Fontaine again?
Decision has already been made.
And I have to live with it.
That's right.
So Romulans are going to be on the station then, 100%.
I'll be in touch.
He doesn't believe that Sisko's coming back. I think Sisko's coming back, but I think it'll be a few episodes before he comes back.
4. We estimate their casualties to be at least 30%.
They should have been higher.
Wow, Wei-Yun is not happy.
Off you a glass, but I know how much you dislike Kanar.
I'm beginning to think you like it too much.
I wouldn't trust a
Damar, the alcoholic.
When you're alone, do you even bother with the glass, or do you just drink that swill directly from the bottle?
Oh my god.
Releasing that power wraith into the wormhole has shifted the momentum of the war into our favor.
Yeah, because the Bajorans are just...
Inside the wormhole, I mean.
They don't even care anymore. They care about the gods.
I never realized you had such a vivid imagination.
A lot about me you don't know.
Yeah, I want to learn more about Damar, to be honest. Wow, he's like making the woman and then probably going to try and find her on a database or something.
The woman in my vision, I don't want to forget her face.
I don't think you would. I think you would see it and go, that's her.
I'll be right back.
There's no way Jake has a photograph of her.
Here she is. I know it. That's her, isn't it?
There's no way.
She's with Grandpa.
There's no way.
This woman.
Wait, you get this?
Oh my god.
So who is she, Dad?
No one at all. Hear me? She's no one at all.
Secret love affair, maybe. How is Worf going to react to a new Dax symbiote host? Could be cathartic.
Hey, Pally, where you been keeping yourself?
But also very strange.
It was not.
Well, if you're looking for some action, you've come to the right place. What do you say we hit the crap tables, huh?
I love that Vic is just a regular on this show now.
And don't say I didn't warn you. Which reminds me of a story Joey once told me.
Sing!
Worf is not in the mood to talk.
When somebody loves you, it's no good unless he loves you.
Wow, listening to a love song, that's gonna hurt.
Deeper than the deep.
Oh, Worf.
All the way through the good old
I wonder if they just have Vic on the show a lot because they like his singing.
of you. All the way.
What's he doing? Oh, man.
You must be Colonel Kira.
I'm sorry I wasn't at the airlock to greet you when you arrived, but I was...
No need to explain, Colonel. You must be quite busy.
Oh, she seems nice.
Meaning what?
My people have a reputation for arrogance. I'm afraid it's well earned.
Well earned.
The Admiral and I have a good working relationship. I hope to have a similar one with you.
She seems different than other Romulans. She doesn't seem as high and mighty.
You toward our common goal, the destruction of the Dominion.
I like this lady. I like this lady a lot. And it's so cool. We have, you know, everyone on this station now. Romulans, Klingons, Bajorans, humans, Ferengi, Morn.
I'm sorry, Vic, but you're gonna have to forgive him. He's having a hard time accepting her death.
So am I.
I am too.
They accept death more readily than we do.
Well, something is driving Worf, Cuckoo. Your buddy needs some...
Maybe he has to go after Dukat.
You're going to have to do better than that.
Leave it be, Ben.
I can't.
Yeah, he needs to find her.
You couldn't have. Dad, please. Who is she? I'm sorry, but I don't want to talk about it. Dad, no.
What is he hiding?
I need to know who she is!
Oh my god.
Her name was Sarah.
Sarah.
2 months later, we were married.
Oh, they were married.
It's a little bit more complicated than that.
Oh my god, he had 2 wives.
You see, Sarah was your mother.
Oh my god, what? What? So his actual mom was not the mom that he grew up with. That's insane.
2 days after your first birthday, she disappeared.
Disappeared?
What do you mean, she disappeared?
Let's go find her.
Took me 3 years, but I found out. She was living in Australia, working as a holo photographer.
So why did she leave?
Damn it, Dad, I have to.
She dead?
She's dead.
Ah, she's dead. They're always dead.
That's no excuse.
I know. I'm sorry. But you see, you and your stepmother were so close.
Yeah.
Made you laugh. Like nobody else.
I mean, he saw the stepmom as his mom, right?
You make them and hope for the best. Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're not. I made a mistake.
You did.
Oh wow, Cisco's really pissed. Although this is a very life-changing situation that Cisco's been thrust into. So I understand why he's angry at the moment. But I understand his dad's perspective as well.
Are there any other secrets I should know about?
Just my gumbo recipe. But I'm taking that to my grave.
Wow, isn't that so sick? Klingon, Federation, Romulans, it's awesome.
Tomatoes.
Excellent. I had no idea Bajorans were so efficient.
For a Romulan, that's quite a compliment.
It's a big compliment from Romulans.
I think your government would allow us to set up a hospital facility there. Too many of our wounded are dying on the long journey back to Romulus.
I'll ask the council.
Oh, that's actually a good idea. But I don't know if you would want a permanent Romulan presence on a moon. You know what I mean? Like, start to set up shop, then you have a presence there that's built into the planet.
Says he will. Well, we have one circumstance in our favor. 2301, a very good year for blood wine.
I'll let you do your work.
2301, I'll remember that.
Oh, because it's been a long time since we shared one of these.
Worf did not want him to come in.
Very smooth. Good night, Chief.
Good night.
Old friends, the Enterprise. Remember, what's his name? Lieutenant Barclay?
Remember, what's his name? Captain Picard?
That's better.
So, what did you find out?
You should never try to match drinks with a Klingon.
Yeah.
So fair.
May get tired of smashing up a holosuite bar and decide to come down here and smash up a real one.
That's fair, actually. Mord would stop him, though.
This could be a little sweeter.
Mars, what did he say about her?
She's not in Stovacor.
She's not in Stovacor. Why?
She did join the House of Martok.
Then what makes him think she's not in Stovacor?
Did she not do it officially?
She didn't die in glorious battle.
You mean being murdered by a power wraith in cold blood doesn't count?
Yeah, I was gonna say, that sounds like battle.
To ensure that Jadzia gets into Stovacor.
How?
He has to win a great battle in her name.
Oh, so that's why he wants to fight so much.
Could you please send the Defiant on the most dangerous mission you can think of? Jadzia needs to get into Stovacor.
Sounds good.
Yes, sounds good.
Thanks, Dad.
There's some kind of writing on the back.
Could be interesting. Could be the next plot in the quest.
What's the matter?
This writing, it's ancient Bajoran.
I was gonna say, is it ancient Bajoran? That'd be Prophet connected.
Maybe she didn't know it was Bajoran. Maybe it was a gift or something.
Finally, some progress.
Oh, what does it say?
It says Orb of the Emissary.
Oh my god, the emissary.
What if the orb does exist? What if it didn't go dark like all the others when the wormhole disappeared?
That would be interesting. Maybe it's a way to bring the prophets back.
But it could be anywhere. Where do you begin to look?
Tyree.
Oh.
Because that's where I was in the vision the prophets sent.
No, that's kind of smart.
As for our casualties, At least we now have the hospital complex on Derna to care of.
Oh, they do have the hospital now.
Made the decision.
Under your advisement, I'm sure. All of Romulus owes you a debt of gratitude.
I like this woman. I also do not like Kira's hair. I've made my decision.
I thought the same thing myself until I noticed that most of the wounded were Vulcans.
But don't they share similar DNA?
Which indicates the presence of Romulan plasma torpedoes.
So it's a weapons factory.
Look into it.
So it's a hospital, but it's actually a weapons factory. Fight Martok in the name of Jadzia.
I need a first officer.
Okay.
On a dangerous mission.
Okay.
Jadzia place in Stovall.
Oh damn, let's go. Martok is such a G. I love this guy.
In that case, you have found your first officer.
Dude, Worf is so cool.
Jake, if I never see another clan,
It'll be too soon.
Aww, I love their relationship. Hello?
Can I help you?
Emissary, I've come a long way to see you.
Well, who is this?
This moment is sacred. One that will be long remembered.
Traveling Bajoran.
Right now, Emissary has to get back to work.
Your work is finished. The orb you are seeking, the orb of the Emissary.
Who are you?
Did you say?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the heck?
You're never going to find it.
What? Who are you? Oh, well done, Jake. It's not even a vision. He actually got stabbed. Huh? What the heck just happened? So that guy doesn't want Cisco to find the orb. And also Cisco got stabbed in the stomach, which is nuts.
Barbecued shrimp. Excuse me. Where were you?
At least he's better.
During that attacked you. Who was he?
He was a member of a cult that worships the...
Oh, the Paw Wraith cult? Okay. But how does he know about the orb still? Maybe they all know about that.
Well, here's to Worf.
To
And the
Worf.
success of his mission.
Yeah, I want to see this mission.
What makes you think one ship will do any better?
The element of surprise.
And Worf's vengeance.
You can't be serious.
I've never been more serious in my life. I'm gonna help Jadzia get into Stovall.
Wow, Bashir is going.
Hordes of rampaging Klingons, fighting and singing, sweating and belching.
Jadzia would like that.
As close to her as I was. This gives me a chance to honor her memory, and I'm gonna take it. And that, my friend, is my final word on the subject.
Fair enough.
It means I'm going to risk my life for a friend who's risking his life in a very dubious cause.
Oh wait, you're coming?
Well, somebody has to make sure he comes back in one piece.
Oh, O'Brien, you're so cute, man.
But can't you do something more sensible? Make a donation in her name. Or bribe someone.
Or bribe someone.
Be nice if it did.
Bashir didn't even finish his beer, bro.
Is this true, Senator?
The weapons are for defensive purposes only.
Well, my government doesn't agree. You're to begin enemy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it seems like they're colonizing that planet.
My government considers a Romulan presence on Derna to be a direct threat to Bajor.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm afraid that's not acceptable.
Either you remove those weapons, or we will.
Oh, damn. It was unacceptable to put the weapons there. I am on Kira's side.
The Romulans have taken over a Bajoran moon and heavily fought.
My guess is that the Bajorans aren't happy about that.
Not at all.
Fortunate situation that could destroy an alliance.
Yeah, William wants to take advantage of that.
Why is the restaurant closed?
I am going on vacation to Tyree.
We're coming with you, Dad.
Aww.
Well, you've obviously already packed your bags.
So you might as well come.
You even brought my toothbrush.
Good for you, Jake.
Thing I hate more than turning away a customer.
Better be not a...
I'm sorry.
Oh my god, this is gonna be the new Dax. This is the new Dax.
You're in luck.
She looks really nice. This is gonna be tough for Cisco.
Do I know you?
It's me. Dax.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, let's see how this new person does as the new Dax host. This will be really interesting. I'm sure a lot of people, it's like the Doctor in Doctor Who, you know what I mean? They replaced the Doctor. It was like, I hate them. And then maybe you like them by the end of the show. I'm assuming I'm not going to like her. I'm like, she's replacing Dax. You know, she's replacing Jadzia. but I'll probably like her by the end of the show for sure. But it'll be interesting to see how characters react to her presence. And that was my reaction to Image in the Sand, episode 1 of season 7. Season 7, isn't that crazy? We're on the final season of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and that was a really good episode. I mean, it was just getting us back into the groove of DS9, figuring out where everyone was, and then starting a little story that is hopefully going to encompass quite a big chunk of this season. So Sisko and family are going to Tyrell, to that desert planet, to try and uncover the orb of the emissary, which is very interesting. While on the other hand, the Paw Wraith cultists, those Bajorans that, you know, worship the Paw Wraith, also know about this orb of the emissary, so it must be sort of well known to some extent, unless it's like only known in very small secret circles. But they know about it and they don't want Sisko to find it. They just tried to stab Sisko in the stomach, which was crazy, but Sisko is fine, thank God. Besides that as well, there's that Susan woman who is Sisko's actual mother. I don't know how she's going to play importance in this orb of the emissary or anything like that, but I don't think they would set that up just for it to be dropped after this episode. So I think Susan and the relationship that Susan had with Sisko's father, or maybe the relationship that Sisko is going to have with Susan will come back at some point in this show. I just don't know how. Also, the new Dax symbiote is back, and so I don't know what her name is at the moment. I don't think she said her name in this, actually, or if she did, then I forget. But I don't think she said her name. She just said, "It's me. It's Dax." Crazy, by the way. She looks really nice. I don't want to say anything rude about her or anything like that, because I don't know anything about her, to be honest with you. But like I said at the end of the credits, it feels like Doctor Who, where the Doctor regenerates, and for like the first 2 episodes, you're like, that's not my Doctor. That's not my Doctor. And you're kind of like critiquing them, and then you kind of get used to their presence. I think that's how this new Dax is going to feel. She's stepping into big shoes. I have a lot of sympathy for this actress because she's stepping into big shoes. She's replacing Jadzia Dax, who was probably a favorite of a lot of people. She was definitely a favorite for me, and probably a lot of other fans' favorites as well. So now this woman has to step into the shoes of Jadzia and replace her character pretty much. And it's not really replacing, because she's not playing Jadzia and how trills work. You know, the Dax symbiote gets a new host and stuff. She'll have Jadzia's memories, but it's not the same person. But she is basically replacing that role of Jadzia in a way. And so she has a lot of big shoes to fill. So I'm interested to see how the show deals with this character, how this actress deals with this character, and how other characters in the show deal with this new Dax symbiote character, especially Worf, and especially Sisko. So it'll be interesting to see in the next episode at least the conversation between this Dax and Sisko, because I think Sisko will take it a lot better, because Sisko met Curzon Dax as well as Jadzia Dax, so he's met these 2 other iterations. He's kind of a little bit more familiar with it, and so I think he'll handle this better. He'll be maybe happy to see this new Dax symbiote, while on the other hand, Worf has not experienced this before. I think Worf won't take this to heart very well, may even stop Dax from going into Stovacor or something like that. I don't know. It'll be interesting. And then besides all that, we have everything on the station. We have obviously Worf very upset about Dax. He's going on this crazy mission with Martok to in honor of Dax, basically. And then if they win, then Jadzia goes to Stovacor. Bashir is going along. O'Brien is going along. I actually hope that we see this battle in the next episode. And then on top of that, all the Romulans are on DS9. They are working with everyone now, and that was really cool. I liked that Romulan lady up until the very last minutes of the episode, where apparently the hospital, I thought it was a weapons factory, but it's actually being defended by like 7,000 torpedoes or something like that, which was not part of the deal when they were set up to build the hospital. And the Romulans should have told Bajorans that, because they've basically colonized this empty moon that is part of Bajoran territory and set up their own stuff and set up their own weapons. And just because they're allies, they've only been allies for a bit, but just because they're allies doesn't mean that they like each other. And so that kind of complicates this whole ally situation. So a lot of stuff has been set up in this episode, and I'm excited to see how it rolls out as the season progresses. So let's get into the next episode now. I hope you enjoyed my reaction to episode 2 of season 7 of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Shadows and Symbols.
Dax, I can't believe it.
See, look, he's happy about this.
But I'm Dax. I mean, I'm not Jadzia Dax. I'm Ezri Dax.
Ezri Dax. Okay, cool.
Emine's Audrids, Jorans, Curzons. Am I forgetting anyone?
Darius.
So many memories.
One other Dax in my life. Does she always talk this much? These are all very good questions.
I kind of like her already, to be fair.
Right now, I'm just glad to see you.
Oh, that's so nice.
I'm not usually this emotional. It must be the Emine in me. At least I think it's Emine.
It's definitely the Dax symbiote.
You seem taller. Or am I shorter?
Yeah, shorter.
Symbiont aboard to be taken back to Trill. Halfway through the trip, the symbiont took a turn for the worse and it needed to be placed in a host immediately.
Oh, that makes sense.
Table 1 person, and I woke up a completely different person. Well,
yeah, that'd be so weird, especially if you're not prepared for it.
I mean, you're supposed to get years of training and preparation before you get joined, and all I got was a 15-minute lecture from the ship's surgeon, and he...
15-minute lecture. I like this, though. This is interesting, actually.
We're leaving for Tyree.
Fine. I'll come with you.
Oh, yeah, I would love her to come, actually.
It'll be just like old times.
Aww.
Except different.
I told you Cisco would take it well. I told you Cisco would take it well. Because he met Curzon and then Jadzia, he would just understand. And he would just love that some of Jadzia Dax is still there. Or the essence of Jadzia's Dax is still there inside of... What's her name? Ezri or something like that. Anyways, she seems cool. I like her a lot. Star Trek Deep Space Nine! Yeah, I'm excited for her to come on this mission, actually. I thought I would be skeptical of her because I'm not used to the changing of symbiotes, but I'm not. I think that she fits really well already. She's a yapper, but she speaks well. You know what I mean? Like, she's kind of funny. She has this nice charm to her.
Jadzia Dax.
Oh, let's go on the mission, please.
Pa daktin patlet el ej cha yarjosh.
Quark, son of Kildor.
Oh, Quark is coming too.
I'm volunteering for this mission. Why?
Because he loved Dax.
But I love Jadzia as much as anyone in this room. With maybe 1 or 2 exceptions. Willing to pledge my life to see that she gets into Sto-vo-kor.
Perhaps there is some Klingon in you after all.
Aw, I like Martok, dude.
To prove we are not frightened of death.
Can't you just take my word for it?
Klingons cut their hands open so much, they must have huge scars there.
Batlath Moch. Yeah, Doge.
Oh, they must be so used to it by now, you know? It's like everything that a Klingon does, they have to cut the palm of their hands open. Literally everything that they do.
I am a trained Starfleet officer. I have no business getting space sick.
Oh, she gets space sick.
It does make me a little queasy.
A little queasy.
She is an ensign too, isn't she? So she's very new to Starfleet.
But I just wish I could stop thinking about Darius.
Darius Dax, he was one of the previous hosts, wasn't he?
What are you thinking about?
He died in a shuttle accident.
Oh my god, that's why.
Aren't you glad you brought me along?
She doesn't really understand how to compartmentalize, that's a word I can never say, her memories.
Father Jake, but he's going to be all right.
What makes you so sure?
He always
I've
gets
known
on.
him for a long time.
Yeah, he's Cisco, bro.
I'm a ship's counselor. Well, actually an assistant ship's counselor.
Oh, she's a counselor.
Confused. Before I was joined, I was considered to be a very promising young officer.
I believe it. I still think you are. She doesn't like Raktachinas anymore.
So did Jadzia.
Well, I don't. I have to learn to control some of these urges.
I like how far away from Jadzia she is, though, in terms of personality. I'm glad they picked someone that's very different than Jadzia.
Senate condemning their actions.
Well, that's a start. What happens next?
Well, they've already sent a protest of our protest.
A protest of a protest, which then you send another protest of the protest of the protest.
Are we talking about days, weeks, months?
I don't know, but it will happen.
Now you sound like a
I
politician.
was going to say, it sounds like a politic. A politics? A politician.
Help. Not now. Is that clear?
We're just not as important to the war effort as the Romulans.
Unfortunately, yes.
They're still missing launch sequencers. I'm going to make sure that those sequencers never reach Derna.
How?
I'm going to set up a blockade.
You're going to set up a blockade. A Bajoran blockade. The Romulans would destroy that very fast, I feel.
It'll interfere with our sensors.
You sure you don't want to stay here and wait for us?
And miss all the excitement?
It's dry dock.
Dr. Wyckoff, Please report to isolation ward 4.
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
Yeah, what was that? It's like he's in a hospital or something. What if he is in the hospital? Remember he got stabbed? What if he's still in the hospital for getting stabbed? This is like a dream or something.
You heard them right.
I don't know if I believe my dream theory because this new Dax is an actual character. She's on the title screen, right? Ezri Dax. So she has to be real in some way.
We are going to fly toward the molten heart of the sun, so close that our ship will glow like a flaming comet.
That is awesome.
A solar plasma ejection. The explosion should be enough to incinerate everything within 100 million kilometers.
That is awesome.
Did you see that?
See what?
The way he glared at me? He always...
Yeah, he just glares at everyone.
Very least Worf could do is show us some appreciation.
He'll probably show that after, right? The mission?
Yes, Quark.
Do what? All I'm asking for is to...
Oh, Quark, you're about to get thrown.
Why should I feel any gratitude towards you?
Because he's helping.
Of her. But the truth is, none of you could ever hope to be worthy of her,
Oh,
or even
damn.
understand the kind of woman she was.
Oh, damn.
For allowing you to come on this mission and pay honor to her memory.
Wow, Worf. Worf just laid it down. He also kind of roasted O'Brien and Bashir a little bit too, which was less appreciated.
Jake, a chance to rest?
If anyone wants to take a break, they can go back to the runabout.
I think we should stick together.
Yeah, I agree with her.
Through enemy lines. And when that happens, we can drive the Federation
Can he bring
Romulan
a
Alliance
woman
out of Cardassian.
to the command room?
A bit more Kanar.
Please.
This guy's an alcoholic, bro. Wayun was right.
Wayun! This is Sienna. We met at the dinner last night honoring Legate Hova.
You just met her and she's here?
And why is that?
Because if she does, I'll be forced to have her executed.
Damn.
I really should be going.
Until tonight.
Think Wayun will have her executed anyways? I feel like he would do that type of thing. She's seen too much already.
It's imperative we increase production at the Monac shipyard. We need more assault ships to...
Oh, this is where Worf's going.
Damar, are you listening to me?
He's just staring at the door.
That won't be easy.
Oh, I'm sure you'll find a way. You're very resourceful.
He actually is an alcoholic.
Commanding the blockade.
That's right.
And I'm going to be there with you.
You don't have to do that.
Yes, I do.
That's nice, Odo.
I have no intention of getting into a firefight with the squadron of Romulan war.
Yeah, because you would lose.
Their alliance with the Federation, and I'm hoping that that's a risk they don't want to take.
Interesting. So this whole plan is on hope. Cisco, you need to slow down. He's so struggling. Man, it looks hot. I'm not a big fan of deserts, you know. Too hot, too sandy. I'm like Anakin, I hate sand. They lost Cisco?
Ward 4 immediately.
Yeah, what's happening?
Isolation Ward 4. Dr. Wyckoff.
Is he dreaming?
Dr. Wyckoff.
Is he in a coma?
Benjamin, is this it?
Isolation ward. So. What does that mean? Damn, she threw the ball. Wait, what is going on right now?
Why there?
That's where the ball landed.
Ben, maybe my memories are playing tricks on me, but have you gotten stranger?
A little bit. A little bit.
Ship's log, stardate 52152.6. We've set up a blockade around...
Oh, that actually looks so sick.
Title.
The book isn't bad either. I think you'll enjoy it.
Oh, it's Odo's obsession with random romance novels, romance mystery novels.
Colonel, there's a Priority 1 transmission from Deep Space Nine.
Oh.
It's Admiral Ross.
What's he gonna say?
Since when did the Romulans start using warbirds to deliver medical supplies?
True.
I wouldn't call those Romulan ships a peace offering.
I wasn't exactly happy to hear about that either.
Yeah, he's just not on the Romulan side, but he's just stuck there, hands tied.
Attempting to break through that blockade will be fired upon.
Wow, Kira is ballsy.
The Colonel is a brave woman, but she's not stupid. She's bluffing.
Yeah, the Romulans have figured it out.
Dr. Wyckoff, please come to isolation ward
What
4.
is this
Dr.
sound?
Wyckoff, isolation ward 4.
Isolation? Maybe Cisco's going crazy? He's either going crazy. Like, it actually seems like, you know those...
What about me?
You know those people from that Bashir episode, those augmented people? He sounds like one of those.
You want to complain about the Gach, that's fine with me. But don't complain about it when we're in the mess hall, sitting at a table surrounded by a dozen Klingons.
All right.
Yeah, true. Pick a better time.
No, it does not.
What's the matter? Come up with a few more insults to throw at us?
Cork never makes things better.
It seemed as though, even when we were alone, one of you was always with us.
Aww.
She was my wife, my Parmakai. I did not like having to...
The audio got really weird for a second there, did not?
There is nothing more to say, except that I am pleased you're here.
Come on. Say thank you.
I have never heard Worf apologize to anyone.
Yeah, not really.
Jetsia used to call my name out when she slept. Or
Cork.
wanted to name her first child after me.
Cork, no way.
Monarch Shipyard.
Oh my god, that's cool.
What is it, Dad? Have you found something?
Stay back.
Oh my god, it's a giant cube.
The orb of the emissary.
It's the orb. It's the orb casing.
Mr. Russell,
Wait.
put it down.
Benjamin, what's wrong?
This is not real.
I said put down the pencil.
Oh my god, he's in isolation.
Put it down, Mr. Russell.
That's Damar. No? That sounded like Damar.
But he hasn't opened it yet.
Wait, what the heck is going on?
You promised not to write on the walls.
No one will give me any paper.
What is going on?
Oh, I don't need to rest. I need to tell my stories.
You were doing so well, Benny.
This is far beyond the stars.
I'm here.
We're going to send you home as soon as you're well.
I'm fine.
But you're not fine.
And then why are we back here? Is this real life?
This world you've created, this Deep Space Nine, Captain Sisko and Kira and the others.
Well, this is wild.
Cannot contact the prophets.
It doesn't matter, Benny. The prophets don't exist.
This is so weird.
It's the only way that you're going to get well. Now,
I never expected to be back here with Benny.
just let it go.
Benjamin? What?
Oh my god, wait, is that the real? Is this actually fake?
Jake, are you alright?
Yeah.
Ship's log supplemental.
Dude, what is going on in DS9 at the moment? What is that twist?
This is Colonel Kerr of the Bajorn Militia. Any ship traveling within transporter range of Durno will be considered hostile and fire.
And the Romulan knows that they're bluffing.
She has to. Because I won't.
Really? Two stubborn people here.
We have to make sure the ejection has the right trajectory to destroy the ship.
So we gotta get
Well,
closer.
how do we do that?
We have to get closer. Much.
That's what I said, Worf.
Here we go.
Don't you dare paint over the story.
Ben?
Got to cover it up. Bury it.
What is he
Ben,
covering?
what are you doing?
Oh my god, I just tossed.
It's for your own good, Benny.
Why are we with Benny though? My mind is still actually blown at the moment. That is so sick.
I think they're calling your bluff.
Auxiliary power to forward shields. Care to all ships hold your positions.
Yeah, Kira's going into the fight.
Time to fold, Colonel.
She's not gonna fold.
Fire!
That is so awesome.
Not until we complete our mission.
We'll have to increase the magnetic gradient. I'll recalibrate the deflector.
We might not have time.
Oh, there are warships? Oh, damn. Oh my god, we have like a sun battle?
No!
What is going on with this Cisco storyline? It's actually insane. Yes.
No!
Oh my god. Wow, there's the orb. That looked like a prophet shooting out of the orb. And the wormhole may open?
Sir, we're getting a transmission from Deep Space Nine. The wormhole. It's back.
Oh my god, yes. Hey, Cisco did it! But is Cisco all a lie? Is this whole story a lie? Is it in Benny's head? Oh my god, the Power Wraith is dead. The Power Wraith is dead. Everything Dukat did is just resolved.
The Colonel has run out of time.
Oh, this is an intense ending to the episode, you know.
Did I not promise you a glorious battle?
It is everything I hoped for.
A battle next to a sun is crazy. Sick. Sick.
Full impulse.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. That is so awesome. Wow, he's satisfied. And the Romulans are turning away. Wow, they're scaredy cats, you know.
You can blink now, Colonel. You've won. Senator Kretek has agreed to remove the weapons from Derna.
What changed your mind?
I told her
Your resilience.
I would.
Oh, good job, Ross. It's her, again.
Sarah.
Completed. Sarah was the major prophet all along.
The Costamosian tried to stop you with a false vision, but you did not waver.
A false vision?
The emissary is corporeal, linear.
Linear or not, I need some man.
Yeah, tell me everything. Tell me my future.
Sarah Cisco was corporeal. For a time, I shared her existence.
Shared?
You took over her body.
That's why she left.
Cisco is necessary.
And once you didn't need her anymore, you left her.
And then she left the dad.
The Cisco would prefer different answers.
What you're telling me isn't easy to accept.
What is this lore dump?
Why did it have to be me?
Because it could be no one else.
That's valid, actually. Cisco's the legend. Cisco's back. Oh my god, Cisco is back. Oh, this is so exciting.
Odo! Nerys, Julian, it's so good to...
Oh my god, they don't know who this is.
Ezri Dax.
The new Dax.
Incredible, isn't it?
Look at all the crew.
It cannot be.
She's so much.
See, Worf, I knew Worf wouldn't care for this. Wow, it must be like seeing a past life, which it is. Oh, so interesting. Is Worf walked away because he doesn't agree with it? Like I said, Cisco would take it well, but Worf wouldn't take it well because Jadzia Dax is in Stovacor, but now if Dax is back, is she in Stovacor? Oh my god, so interesting. And also Benny? What's up with Benny? Like, what the heck do you say? There's a lot of lore in this episode, I can't lie. This is interesting. A lot to discuss in a second. And that was my reaction to episode 2 of season 7 of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Shadows and Symbols. And another really good episode. This episode actually had a lot to think about and made me chew on a lot of different things. There's a lot of lore drops in this episode, which was very interesting. But let's first talk about the elephant in the room. That would be Benny. What is going on with that? The whatever that episode was in the last season, I'm just forgetting about it at the moment. You know, Far Beyond the Stars. That was the episode title, where we see Benny and he's writing the story of DS9. And for a second, it seemed like DS9 was all in this guy's head. But then, you know, it kind of ended, and I was like, oh, it's kind of ambiguous. I didn't expect to see him again. And then in this episode, there's like Cisco is hearing these things like Dr. Blah Blah, please go to the isolation ward, blah 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 blah, you know what I mean? And it happens a few times, and then boom, we cut to Benny in the isolation ward. Damar's actor, I should say, is the doctor, trying to get him to stop writing about Cisco. What is going on? Why has Benny returned? What is going on? My mind is blown. Is DS9 all in Benny's head? If not, then why is Benny here? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, I can't wrap my head around why Benny is in the show still. And the only conclusion I can make at the moment is that DS9 does only take place inside Benny's head, that DS9 is only a story. But I don't want to believe that at the same time. Like, I think I'd much rather prefer DS9 be real. I know it's a story technically because it's a show, but in terms of the show, I would much prefer DS9 to be real than not. So I don't know where this is going to go. I genuinely do not understand where this is going to go, where this whole Benny stuff is going to fit into the story, unless DS9 is a story inside Benny's head. But I am really interested to see where this goes, because that was not on my bingo card. It was so unexpected to see that, and so it just made me so interested. Besides that, I'm really, really interested to see how Ezri Dax fits into this show. I really like her so far. I think that she's a yapper, but she yaps in a way that I enjoy. Sometimes characters will just talk and talk and talk and you don't like it, but I enjoy her talking, and it makes sense a little bit because she's so confused and conflicted at the moment. She was not trained for this. She's young, she's an ensign, and so there's a lot of factors at play as to how she deals with this symbiote, because she did not prepare for this. She was not prepared for this. And so then all of a sudden being thrust into a life where you remember 8 lifetimes worth of information, where you have this almost they're not parasitic, symbiotic, I guess I should say, organism living inside of you. You feel like a different person. She says in this episode that she feels like a different person. And so it would be tough. And it'll be interesting to see how a lot of the crew members react to her as well, now that she's on DS9. If you saw when everyone was looking at her, they all seemed interested. They all seemed very curious, maybe a little skeptical, but very curious, maybe a little hesitant. But Worf said, absolutely not. And he walked away. That will be interesting. And I'm expecting the next episode to be focused on Ezri Dax and people's kind of coming to terms with her being on the station. I think that would be a good choice, a wise choice for the next episode. And I'm really curious to see how Worf reacts, because he literally just got Jadzia Dax off to Stovacor, which was epic, by the way. But now he has to deal with this. And I'm interested to see if this, aggravates him. I think it would aggravate him, to be honest with you. I think he'll be really pissed off towards her just because she's like the new Dax, and I don't think he's going to like that. Anyways, the end of this episode was also really intense. We have the wormhole back, we had a standoff between the Romulans and the Bajorans, and we had a really cool sun battle between the Klingons plus, Bashir and O'Brien and Quark versus the Jem'Hadar. Some really cool stuff. So first of all, the Romulans are taking the weapons off the planet. Great. I'm glad that's happening. Kira is awesome commanding that fleet. That was awesome. That whole standoff was really intense, but I'm glad that Ross kind of took some inspiration from Kira and managed to stand his ground and be like, yeah, that's not right, Romulans. Take those weapons off or we're not allies anymore. And they've taken the weapons off. They are still allies. Everything ended up well in the end. The battle with Worf and all the other Klingons next to the sun was super cool. The sun exploding behind them, destroying the stations, was really awesome. Interested to see how Wei Yun deals with this, because Wei Yun was literally just talking about that station at the start of the episode, and now it's been destroyed, or I guess I should say shipyard, not station, but it's been destroyed now. So a lot of stuff happening in DS9 at the moment, and everyone is back on the station. Cisco is back on the station, going to be caught up a little bit on what's happening in the war, but a lot of stuff happening, a lot of moving parts, but I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm intrigued. What is Benny doing in this show still? A lot of stuff that this show needs to answer. A lot of questions raised in this last episode. Hopefully the season will answer it well. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to these wonderful, beautiful, amazing people right here for supporting me and supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot. And remember, you can check out the next 6 episodes of Season 7 on Patreon right now. That means episode 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, all on Patreon right now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for my next Star Trek Deep Space Nine reaction.